Welcome to the 628 Dirt Rooster channel, where hobby beekeeping is a way of life. I'm out with Pastor Randy Boyette. We're out here just sweating our tails off, getting some bees merged into a top bar hive out of a Langstroth. You got two hives going up. You got one going and one you've built.
Yeah.
And you plan on doing two top bars and two Langstroths.
Two Langstroths. That way I can compare the two and see which one I like better.
Right. And you just got those plans off of
YouTube. Yeah.
All right.
Barefootbeekeeping.com has a set of plans on it, and then Philip Chandler has if you Google his name on YouTube, he has a extensive section on top bar hives.
So that was Pastor Randy Boyette of Thompson Road Baptist Church. If you're ever in the Slidell area, Louisiana, stop by and visit with him.
Amen.
All right. Thank you, Randy.
Thank you.
$6 a pound for that smoking material.
Yeah.
You can probably buy it online.
What we're fooling with here today is a little top bar hive. Nice looking little custom job. And we're transitioning some bees out of a Langstroth box into this top bar hive. And so this is my first time to fool with a top bar. So this box has been sitting here for what, 2 weeks now?
Yeah.
We're gonna try to go ahead and move them out into this. So it's been 2 weeks, so they're accustomed to the space now and been working this space. So we shouldn't have any problem making them stay.
But I'm new at all this, so I know less than I think I know.
You say she's marked just by appearance, or you actually
she's got a
marked
little
the queen?
I marked her with a paint marker.
A little white
Special
dot.
bee paint?
Well, it's just a water-based paint marker. Well, they're looking thick, looking healthy.
Frames are heavy, I can tell you that.
That's
So
good.
You just grab the frames and move them down? Is that what?
Yeah, well, the top bar hive, they actually have to build the comb out themselves, and we cut up some Langstroth frames last time we were in here, or when we first started trying to set it up to try and get them in there.
Okay.
So I don't know what we're gonna do. This is my first time fooling with a top bar, so we're just kind of in learning mode here.
They've just got the empty combs in there. They took all the honey out of it and moved it up in here. That's the box on. This one ought to be just about full. They'll be on them, but they're not doing anything.
They're just
yet.
checking them out.
Yeah. But every time I open it up, there's a bunch. You know, not a whole lot, but there are some crawling around on them.
Well, they attached it anyway, it looks like.
And I've got my feeder down there. They've taken in 3 days, 4 days, half a bottle. I guess before we pull that deep or drive them down in here, I gotta go get the other bars to finish out the top. I got them in the shed. How does it look?
It's full of honey.
Yeah.
This is 3 frames in, I'm sorry. First frame they didn't do anything with. Second frame they're drawing out a bunch of honey. This is the 3rd frame in. It's loaded with brood. Looks good, they're looking healthy. I see no health issues.
Well, I thought they were doing good.
They are doing real good.
Didn't know enough to know what I was doing though.
The hard part is getting this brood over into this top bar hive.
Yeah.
That's where the learning curve comes in for me.
Are these foundational boards?
These have foundations in them.
Ooh, that's going to be.
If we can make these stand up straight, that would be a good thing.
Some pieces of wood.
All right.
To free you up for a minute here, I can hold that.
Yeah, let me see if I can stick this other one down in here with it.
Help our. Let me go get some little block.
They're stinging
How
me.
about that stick across the top to hold it, wouldn't it?
Probably
Down there, maybe.
Probably would if we break it up into a few pieces. Yeah, try to set these down in there without them getting crushed. You know, it'd be good right now to be a stapler.
Yeah, you just staple something across it.
Yeah. I think he's
I don't
going.
think they'd tolerate a snap in there, would they?
Yeah, they will.
Yeah.
They might stir them up for a second, but they'll put up with it. This is a nice little box.
I sure would love to know that she's down in there.
Let's move those bars as close to this brood as possible, the ones with comb on them.
Oh, okay.
I know we can't go over the top, but at least where they can crawl across.
So I'm gonna take this
Maybe
blank one.
maybe put the deepest one in the middle.
Okay. That's the deepest one there.
I don't know if I want to do this.
All right, don't get stung. That's not good.
Keep her shape there. Put that backwards too. You just
That'll work, as long as it clears the lid. Yeah, that'll do fine.
They don't feel threatened. I guess they got no way to fight ants, huh?
No, not much.
But cockroach,
Well,
you
I'm
think
gonna-
they could give him a lesson?
You'd think so.
Take care of the ants probably this afternoon with putting the bigger buckets underneath. There's what I use to wash the house down.
Uh-huh.
How long do you think before these hatch out? A week?
A week maybe.
So
No longer.
I probably should leave them alone for a couple of days, huh?
You could probably go in them same day next week and pull them out.
But I ought to leave the bees alone altogether, except for feeding them.
Is that a honey water?
Yeah, sugar water.
Sugar water.
Supposedly, if I learned anything from YouTube that was worth knowing, supposedly the sugar water helps them to build out, gives them energy to build out. First time I talked to Randy, I told him I'd been watching YouTube. He says, well, you've probably been enjoying what you're watching, but you're not learning anything.
Yeah, there's a lot of anti-knowledge out there.
Yeah.
There's some good info on there, but watching it
How
and
do you
doing
know
it,
what to? Yeah, if
watching it and doing it is two different
a
things.
novice is
Yeah.
going to have a problem with
Allowed for 2 follower boards, and that's
I guess the follower board limits the confines of where they're supposed to nest.
Right.
Essentially, what I was going to do is keep the brood like right here, and then let them build out from there. But then, after watching, I found out that's not. You want to start them from one end.
Right.
And let them build out.
Yep.
So, can you see if she's anywhere in here, or maybe we'll pull a couple of frames and shake those down in there too, huh? There she is. Nope.
No, it's pollen.
It's pollen. Yeah.
Yeah, she's down in there unless she's in that little bundle right there.
Glad to see the pollen on them, because I was trying to watch as they go in, and I couldn't see much pollen on them at all.
Yeah, she's down in the box.
Okay. Maybe
We can smoke all these off the lid, and
I'll leave one.
so we don't trap them up in there. I guess.
I'm going to leave one of the bars open, and they can go down.
I was going to say, do you allow space for them to come in and out, or do you close this off totally?
They're supposed to close it off all together. Is the ideal thing, because if you don't close it, then if it rains, you're going to get water down in it.
No, I mean, are the bees supposed to be able to get on top of this or not?
No.
No. Okay.
No, the bars. I'm not pushing them together right now because of the way they are here.
Well, let's smoke them down in there real quick, and then we can close it up, and they'll be set up right.
You said that before, didn't you?
We've got the lid propped open right now because there's about a couple dozen bees in here that aren't wanting to cooperate, so got to leave room for them to get out. But once they're out, they'll close that up. Here's their entrance over here.
Figure out to go.
You think I need to close down one of the or two of the holes and just leave one open? Or?
Now you got a pretty strong hive. They can defend that fairly well.
All right.
What were they, marauding bees you're talking about? Or what?
Yeah, they defend against wasps and bumblebees and other honeybees and hive beetles and any pests.
The other side's got an observation window in it.
You can monitor it.
Check the feeder and all of that without actually having to open the hive up.
Start putting honey in all the ones that they've hatched from, or
some of them they'll relay, some of them they'll backfill with honey or pollen or.
I sure am glad they seem to be doing good.
Yeah, they are. They're happy and healthy.
Good. That are just built.
You changed the measurements on it, you said.
Yeah.
Made it a little wider.
Yeah. And I grooved the bars so they sit down on here
Okay.
and they don't slide back and forth.
Right.
So I just put it together. I gotta finish it.
Huh.
And hopefully.
Is this one gonna keep a solid bottom design?
Yeah. Well, it does. It actually has a screen bottom to it. The board is in there right now.
Okay.
That board comes out, and there's a 1/8 mesh. screen that's in the bottom of it.
Okay.
So, and that other one out there that I had the screen.
Now, what are these slats? Did you cut those, or you?
I had a friend of mine just gave me a bunch of this wood. It was, I don't know what it was. It was a swing or something, and I ripped it down and just laid them out.
Okay.
And it worked. I hadn't decided if it's cedar or what it is. I don't know. Maybe Larry knows. I don't know what it is, but it works.